Hi.
Hi,
Nice to have you here.
thank you.
Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, I'm Zino. Well, my full name is Elo Zino, meaning Lighthouse Congo. People find it hard to pronounce, so just tell them call me Zino. Zino for short, like Zino. I think it's rude, like Zino. And I used to wish my surname was Z, so it'd be Zino Z. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. Can you tell us a little about your life right now? How are you? What's going on? School,
Okay.
everything.
So, Zino, like you know, and I'm a student of Bangkok University. I'm studying accounting and I'm in my final year. So I'm working on my project, still trying to find topics to, and God help me. But then by this time next year, I should be a graduate. So,
That's good.
yep.
Can you tell us why you're doing this or why you agreed to do
Okay. So, when my friend Anne called me up for this interview, and she was like, "You have to do it." I was surprised, but not too surprised because I knew it was coming already. I mean, November of coordinators. And so when she asked, she was like, she wanted to blow my face and hide my voice, and I was like, okay, like is anything happening? Like what did I do? Is my life in danger? And she was like, no, no, no. You know, some people don't want to like. I was like, it's fine. You can let my face show. I don't want to hide anything. This is me. Depression was a part of me, just like a life, like an experience for me. I would love to share with people and help people that are going through the same thing come out of it, because most people they want to come out of it but they don't know how to. So I'm willing to help them out in the little way I can from my own experience.
So can you tell us what depression is? Can you like define it? Because most people have this idea of, oh, I'm down, feeling moody, I don't feel so good. Or can you just shed more light on it?
Okay, so according to what my psychologist defined depression to me, they defined depression as a mental illness, and they defined it basically in a simple form as prolonged sadness. You know, some people you get sad for things that happen, but you get over it, like you get over it like within a day or two, you're out of it. But depression is like a prolonged sadness, like for a long period of time. Like when you are down, when you are sad, things don't interest you. You don't want to eat as much as you used to. You don't want to go out. Most times you don't want to talk to people. You just want to keep to yourself. So I'll define that as depression, or rather the symptoms to depression.
Okay, so can you tell us how it started or when it all started? When you were able to identify?
Fine. Growing up, for me, I would say I really didn't get the emotional support. Yeah, there were emotional support here, but I didn't get as much as I needed because I had a very low self-esteem, and it affected every other area of my life. So how I knew I was depressed was when I had an episode and I was taken to the hospital. That was when I was diagnosed with depression, severe depression. So since then, I've been in the hospital about a year. And me being in the hospital for that year, when I was discharged, ready to go back to school, it didn't mean I felt good enough or I felt okay to go out. Because when I went out, I was still struggling, still relapsing. So
Okay, would you like to talk about the episode? Or should we?
okay, so the episode I had was, I think, when I was in my 200 level second semester. Yes. I had some roommates. I felt they were always speaking on my flaws, like things I didn't do right. They never really said anything good. Like I always focused on the bad things they said about me, the fact that I didn't dress well, I wasn't always wearing colored skirt, I was always wearing black, blah blah blah, different things and academics and everything. And so there was something that happened. They were always hammering on the facts that you don't read, you don't do this, you don't do that. And I was a worker in church at that time. I was an active worker. So I went for the Sabbath school, Sabbath school, and the Sabbath school teacher, then her name was Moin. And then she was talking, and it was like she was talking to me, but I don't think she addressed that situation the way she was supposed to. She was like, your life has to show God. Your life has to be the ways of God. When God has to reflect in your academics, blah blah blah. And to me, I felt I wasn't really doing well in my academics. Plus the fact that my roommates were always hitting the fact that my academics was low. And aside that, they were like, don't worry, we're going to go and meet you, and we're coming to your church to at least talk to one or two people. Maybe they will talk to you, maybe all the things we've been saying will make sense to you, blah 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 blah. Because I was always going to church, because I enjoyed going to church. That was the only place I didn't feel tense. That was the only place I wasn't really on edge. So when I went to Sabbath school that day, and she was talking, and so with all what she was saying, I actually thought my roommates had already told her what's up, what was going on in my life, and that was like it for me. I got up. I could not hold the tears any longer. I got up. I ran inside the bathroom, the toilet, and then I locked myself. I know the way back keys now. The one of the theologians came and was like, Papa, open this door, blah 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 blah. And when I finally opened the door, I ran out and I went to the stadium. I was there like throughout the day. And so when I got to my room, I think guests would be there to it was time for me to leave. So I went to my room, I just slept, and it was time for evening service. My roommates woke me up, but I didn't answer. I threw my phone on the floor, and when they were trying to get me, they were like, what's wrong, and that was when I ran out of the hall. Like, I ran out, basically no slippers, nothing. I ran out, and I was so lucky. I don't know if anybody took videos of me, but I ran out, and someone went to call my sister. I don't know who. She ran after me because I'd gone far, but then she caught up with me and she held me down. That was when I didn't say a word. I stopped talking. I didn't say anything to anybody. And all I could remember was I saw myself in boots that really suited me. And how was the whole story? So now it's diagnosed with depression. So yeah.
Can you tell us about your experience when you were in the hospital? How were you responding?
Okay.
How was it?
For the first 2 days, I remember I didn't say a word, mostly because I didn't feel like I didn't want to. I was still really feeling sad. I wasn't ready to open up, but I was texting. Like I had this memo where you could just like write things down, notes and everything. So that's why I was texting, because there was this voice in my head that I could hear. It was like, you are this, you are not good enough, you never make it in life, blah 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 blah, and everything. So I didn't want to talk, and my experience in the hospital was, man, all I did basically was eat, sleep, look, basically sleeping. Because there were times I had dramas and then they will have to sit and sleep. So I would sleep, and there were times I couldn't eat and they will have to give me drink. But it wasn't really a nice experience, but they tried as much as possible to make the environment comfortable for me, not just myself, but other people in the world with me. I had the same mental health stuff.
So at what point did you feel like you were getting better? At what point?
Well, the point I felt I was getting better was after a summer camp I went for. Like there was this program I went for, summer camp here, and that was when I had this major encounter with God. That was where I got my deliverance, basically. That was when all the things people said to me, trying to motivate me, trying to get me out of that state, that was when everything made sense to me. It was like this, I felt space, because during that time I felt blocked, I felt choked, like I felt I was suffocating. So after that prayer night, after the whole deliverance thing, I felt free. I felt like there was this heavy burden that had gone. I felt so light and happy, and I felt this peace and this joy, and it was awesome.
So basically you're a Christian from what you just said. So would you say that it was till that point, till you met with God, that there was a major turnaround as well.
Yeah.
So, would you say that getting help from the medical personnel wasn't really
I won't say it wasn't really nice, but the thing is, I think recovery is holistic. Like it covers every part, the medical aspects and the religion aspect, like the lifestyle Christianity. Well, they were able to help, but I felt they weren't really hitting the nail on the head. Like at that point, like guy, I'm depressed, like I'm sad. Nothing you are saying is making sense to me. Like they will try to take me for therapy. And I'm like, you're not making sense. I don't understand. And I was so restless at that point. And there are times I'll just sit down. I'm like, you know what? Just keep talking. When you're done, you let me go back to my bed. So what they helped in the sense that after I went for that, I had an encounter with God. Everything they said, everything, all the method they were trying to tell me that we could come out of this, everything made sense to me. And then I was able to apply it to my life. So I would say for psychologists, like for the health aspect, I feel they should understand that depression is, it's like a burden. It's like there is this pain. It's not like physical pain, but it's like the pain of the heart. Like I don't know how to describe it, but you are just so down. Like it's like you are in that corner, like that deep dark tunnel. Like nobody can find you. So I feel depression, you trying to get people out of depression, it should be someone that has gone through the same experience, someone that understands what you are going through, someone that knows the way to find you inside that dark tunnel you are in, someone that knows how to bring you out from it. So they should find a way to try to like understand what that person is going through, and you shouldn't just bring the health aspects. They should bring every other thing. They should make it holistic. They should bring the Christian aspect to it. They shouldn't just say, oh, health, because I feel this thing is spiritual, and depression, I would stand by it. That thing is demonic. Like, have you ever seen where you can literally hear the voice in your head telling you that, oh, you are not good enough, or oh, you are this, you are that, and you are just there. And it's like you are walking past people. They can't see you, but then they are not seeing you. Like, you just want them, like, it's like you are just like holding their leg and like pulling and like, please help me, see me, I'm inside, see me. At that point, it feels like you are possessed. It's like you are just sitting down and then something is moving your body. Like, that's the way it is. Like, there were times I actually felt I was possessed and I did crazy things just to get out of that feeling. One of the crazy things I did was to get a boyfriend. I was trying to look for a feeling, an emotion, something to grab onto to like make me feel happy. But I would say it's something I regret. Although I learned from it though, but I don't think if I should have the opportunity, or if I come in my next life, I don't know if there's a next life, but that is not something I would want to do again. I wouldn't repeat that though.
So basically, you're saying that we should combine medical help.
Yeah, it should be holistic.
Okay. We would pass the information to the health professionals.
I think I would.
Okay. So how would you describe you now? Yourself right now?
Okay. I'll describe myself right now as man. I'm not just a normal person, man. Like, I'm extraordinary. Like, I know my identity now. I know who I am in Christ. I know that I'm a royal priesthood. I know I'm special. I know I have great things ahead of me to accomplish. And I'm running, and this is part of it. I'm accomplishing great things. This is just my stepping stone. I know I'm going to do great things in life. God has been faithful. Even when I know there are times I feel down, I feel sad about things I don't know why I'm sad of, I have the Holy Spirit who is there to to help me and encourage me and help me stand up again. And one thing I'll tell about people coming out of depression, yeah, there are times like you feel, oh my god, I'm down, but I want you to stand up. Don't just sit down, because when you fall, you can't remain there forever. You have to stand. So it's been great. My life right now is awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah. What would you say to those out there watching, to someone that they might not be the ones going through it, but they can be close to someone going through? What would you say to them to help either themselves or the next person that might be going through depression?
What I would say to them is that if you have somebody close to you going through depression, whoever it is, don't be too harsh on them, because people are different. People have different emotional strengths. Don't be too harsh on them, because most people don't even understand these things. Like when you say, oh, I'm depressed, they're like, ha, please leave. And for people, they just say, oh, I'm depressed. I'm like, they don't even really know what depression is, because if they really know what depression is, like, you won't even be able to open your mouth to say that, oh, I'm depressed. Like, most times you don't even know what's wrong. You can't even talk. Most times they tend to push people away from you. So I would say, if you notice someone that used to be happy and the person suddenly mellows, and it's for a very long time, I would advise you to be patient with that person. Be calm with such person. Show them love. Give them that attention. And correct them in love. Even though they are doing something wrong at that point, correct them in love. But don't make your love too much. Like, don't make it too extreme that you neglect most of the things you do. Yeah, there are sometimes this person blows cold and then you blow hot. You get, like, let it be balanced. Don't leave the person there, but like try to pull the person out in a loving way, but don't, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so basically.
How was the response of people around you, friends, family, during that time? Was everyone acting? Or were they acting?
Yeah.
Were they accept?
Yeah, so my parents, well, they were like that, like, yeah, take it easy, don't do anything. At first, I didn't understand, and I think the doctors explained everything to them, and so they were supportive. Like, they really tried at that point. My friends, my family in school, that's the choir, Covenant Chapel Choir. Those guys I love them with all my heart. So they were really supportive. Well, there were some people that, you know, the way students are, some type of human beings, and you're wondering, geez, these people really human beings, like. So they weren't really understanding, because I remember one particular episode, I went to get something from the hall, and so I was like, let me branch to the Busa. I don't know if you guys wait on Busa. I branched Busa, and I saw a friend, and I was like, hi. And the look she gave me, it was like she didn't know me, like I had shit on my body, like and I felt so bad. Like, I felt bad. Like, I was trying to come out of it, and then when I saw that reaction, like, I went back to level 0. Like, I just told, because it was my whole admin that took me out, and I was like, you know what, let's just go back. Let's go back to the hospital. I'm not buying anything again. Let's go back. So people that were really close to me, they were really supportive, but people that weren't really close, they were just, some of them were just normal, okay? Just don't do anything, and some of them were like, what? It's like, what is she going through? Like,
Okay, so what would you tell someone that is going through depression?
so I would say depression is like a feeling. Well, the pain is there, but you feel it. It's basically your feelings. So I'll tell you that don't give in to that feeling, because your emotions are there basically as a signpost for you to know when something is going wrong or when things are going right. Like when people treat you wrong or when they treat you right. So don't give in to those feelings. And times when those feelings will come, what I'll tell you is like, coming out of depression on your own, you have to make a conscious effort to want to come out of it. for God to help you, you have to also make a conscious effort. Because if you remember the story of Nehemiah, when his enemies were harassing them, harassing the children, the men, and everybody, and then at some point they were trying to like rebuild the wall of Jerusalem, and then he told his men to hold the hammer in one hand and then hold the sword in the other hand. So that was like basically trying to build the wall and then still trying to defend their wives and children. And then he made a statement. He was like, you have to fight for your wives, you have to fight for your daughters, your son, and you have to fight for your family. And one profound statement he made was that you have to fight so that God will fight for you. Like, you have to be willing to fight. So you going through depression, you yourself, you have to stand and fight. Still, it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. But you just have to make a conscious effort. And like I said earlier, yes, there are times you will fall back, there are times you will relapse, but you have to stand up and fight. Like, pick yourself up and dust yourself and be like, I'm going to fight. I have something greater to achieve. I have a destiny to achieve. I have an assignment in this life. I'm not going to sit down and allow one stupid voice that I don't know where it is, or allow anybody to mess my life up for me. It's not going to be easy, but what I can pray for you is that God will give you the strength. And one prayer point I will tell you to pray is that you should be very sincere about this prayer, but when you talk to God, I want you to be very sincere. You necessarily don't have to kneel down or close your eyes, but just speak to God from your heart, because I know and I believe He can hear you. So the prayer point should be, Father, I want to come out of this, but I don't know how to. Take me to the right people, lead me to the right set of people, help me to listen to the right things that would help me out of it. And He should also give you the strength, because even when there are times we make plans on our own and then we can't even meet up to these plans. So it should help you and guide you all through the way. It should give you that strength, even when you are trying to make a conscious effort, because obviously we can't do it on our own, because we ourselves are fighting our own demons. So it should help us to help ourselves. You get? Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you. So on that note, viewers, let's be supportive. Let's be kind.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to understand first.
Yeah.
I think we should have this basic upfront kindness we show to
Everybody.
anyone.
Yeah, because you never
everybody.
can tell who is who or what they are going through.
Yeah. So viewers, I hope you've heard. Okay, Zeno, thank you for sharing. That was really, I mean, I myself, I was being fed a lot. Thank you for sharing. And I just want to say this quick prayer that as you stepped out, you continue to do more. And
Amen.
grow
Amen.
in grace and shine your light.
Amen. Amen.
Hi world, my name is Oluwatoyin Loba, and I am a part of this group or a forum called Co-Illuminators. Like, we're lighting up together. Who are we? We are a group of young people. We've received light and we are joining hands together. We are sharing our light. Picture this. We are holding a candle and we are just passing flames around so that our world is lightened up. But yeah, we are doing it. God is helping us. Our mission statement to provide an everyday platform for young minds to share their darkest thoughts, fears, cares, where we can help them see the light so they can light up the world around them without being criticized or labeled. That's our mission. And our motto is giving people a voice without a face. So we don't necessarily need to, if you're shy or you don't want us to know your identity, it's fine. We just want to share our light with you. We just want to help light up anything that is dark, anything that feels dark, anything that looks dark. Our vision statement is to share our light with the world, igniting the fire in them to do the same. How I said, the candle is just like passing flame around. We also want everyone to carry light. Basically, we are just going to be connecting or showing you the way to the source where we receive our light from, which is God, our Heavenly Father. Simple, straight like. Yeah, so that's what Co-Elevators is all about, and we would love for you to follow us on Instagram, keep up with us on Facebook, and send us a mail, send us a text, call us, send us a message on WhatsApp. We are here 24/7. We just want to